Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome back to Non-League to Giants. And up in today's episode, we've got two games, away to Middlesbrough and at home to Norwich. So the good news is, since the last episode, things have gone really well for us. And we are sitting in 7th place now. And get this, we are currently 5 points clear of Tottenham in 8th place. So what I said in the last episode there, that I don't think, even though we're sitting in 8th place, 1 point behind United in 7th, I don't think we'll have it in us to finish in the top 7 this season. But looking at the table now, with only 14 games to go, I think it'd be foolish to say that we can't finish in the top 7, because of course we can. And although I'm not thinking about it, obviously, but if the good times continue, we're only 6 points behind Man United in 4th place. So could be a sensational season come end of it. But also, I'm still preparing myself for the fact that we might finish down in 9th or 10th place yet. You know, it might have a bad run of form, and who knows what could happen. But so far, the season's been really good. As you can see, it's 18th of January. No deals have happened yet in the transfer window. That's because no one has come in for any of our players. But in the final couple of weeks here, I think it might be important. I think the difference between us finishing in the top 7 or not might come down to our squad depth at the club. We've still only got 21 players in our first team this season, so that is a problem. But at the moment we've held firm, but we all know towards the end of the season, around this point, this is when you get hit the hardest with your injuries. So yeah, I might need to look to sell a player, we shall see, but nothing in terms of transfers has happened as of yet. One thing I forgot to mention as well in that last episode there was that game against Brighton, the home game against Brighton, was the first home game we have with Fratton Park being completed with this expansion now, of course. It completely slipped my mind in that episode there, but if you watched the episode, maybe you saw that the stand is no longer under construction. 29,000 stadium now, which is very nice. Obviously, it'd be nice to expand it more going forward or get a better stadium, but 29,000 is quite a decent stadium now. It was 22,000 before, so very, very happy with that. But anyway, since the last episode, the results have been good. Have been very good, actually. Didn't start off too good, though. We lost 3 of the next 4 games, but we did have very tricky opposition. We faced Arsenal at home. We lost this game 1-0, unfortunately. They weren't a better team in the game, but I was expecting that maybe we might be able to draw the game or even snatch a win, but unfortunately, it was not meant to be. After that, we faced Chelsea away from home. We played quite well in this game. We lost the game 3-2, unfortunately, and unfortunately, they got the winner in the 89th minute of the game, so that was kind of devastating, to be honest, but gave ourselves justice there, which was great going forward, but to concede the goal in the last minute there was really disappointing. After that, though, we played Borough at home, the team we faced first in this episode. We beat them 2-0 very comfortably. This should have been 5-6 or even 7-0 in this game. Absolutely battered them. We had 34 shots in the game, 14 on target. Even before they had a player sent off in the 47th minute, we destroyed them in the first half, so a little bit disappointing the fact that it's only 2-0, but we'll take it. A 2-0 win is still very nice, of course. And after that, get this, we lost 3-2 again, this time away to Man City. We were 2-0 down in the game. Somehow we picked it back to 2-2 in the second half. Don't ask me how, because I have no idea. They dominated us, but the second away match in a row, we conceded again in the last minute of the game. We conceded a penalty, and they won the match 3-2. So that was absolutely devastating. Back-to-back defeats away from home, 3-2, and both those goals conceded in the last minute. Yeah. Who knows how costly they will be come end of the season. After that game, it happened again, but this time it happened for us. We got the winner in the last minute of the game to beat Wolves 3-2. That was great as well, because I kind of hate Wolves. We struggled to beat them in the series here. We beat them this time round. We went 1-0 down in the game. We then went 2-1 down in the game. But Pellegrini with the winner in the 93rd minute to win the game 3-2 for us. Really made up for the Chelsea-Man City defeats. It was really nice to be on the other end of that. It was really great, actually. And talking of Pellegrini, he's been brilliant in recent times. He really has. He's turned out to be our number 1 striker of the season. Alberto has just been... I don't know what's wrong with that bloke, to be honest. He looks good, but he doesn't play too good. After that Wolves winning against Wolves, though, it sparked a 4-match winning streak. One of those in the FA Cup, though. We beat Leicester away 2-1 after that, which was very, very nice. Very nice win. We went 2-0 up through 2 goals from Nesta Rocha in the game. They got a goal back just before half-time, but thankfully, we held on in the second half and we won the game. Ran out deserved winners as well. We won the game 2-1. Very, very nice win that. And after that, we got revenge against Aston Villa. They beat us 4-1 early on in the season. They scored 3 goals against us, but we scored 5. We scored 5, beat them 5-3, which was lovely. We were 2-0 up in the game, and we was also 4-1 up in the game. Got very nerve-wracking though, because it went to 4-3 with goals from Terrier and Vitinha. The Vitinha goal was really, really annoying because the goalkeeper basically just passed it to him. Unfortunately, Iliev popped up 2 minutes later, settled all my nerves, and we won the game 5-3. 8-goal thriller there. As I said, conceding 3 goals ain't nice, but we won the game 5-3. So, yeah, very ecstatic with that. 3 wins in a row. Clean sheets are hard to come by in recent times, but we're scoring lots of goals, so I'm very happy with that. And just for the episode, we played Warsaw at home in the FA Cup third round. Beat them 3-1 very comfortably. 2 goals from Doué and another goal from Pellegrini. So, yeah, as I said, things are going really well at the moment. And if we start this episode with 2 wins away to Borough and at home to Norwich, it could be absolutely massive in terms of the season and trying to finish in the top 7, which is definitely my aim now. My aim is to finish in the top 7, so let's see if we can do it or not. I won't be too annoyed if we don't do it, because I'm not expecting us to, but the way we've performed so far, there's no reason to think that we can't do it now, which is brilliant. As I said, nothing has happened in terms of transfers since the last episode there, and 18 days into the window. I don't think we've received any bids for any players, to be honest, apart from Tariq Elliott, who's a youngster of ours who's not going to make it at the club, unfortunately. But with 15k into the wage budget still, we actually went very close to going over the wage budget. 2 players got increase in their wages due to their appearances. But luckily, we tied Paul Lopez down to another year on his contract as a backup goalkeeper, and he took a massive pay cut from 40k a week to 26k a week. So he really helped with the wages situation as well. We can't buy any players, obviously, as you see there. Cannot buy any players unless we sell a player. We did have some players who had teams after them. Kieran Pool's got Hoffenheim after him. Not got great value though, to be honest. And also he's homegrown at the club, so I don't think I'd sell him for that money, to be honest. Iliev's a wanted man as well, wanted by Villarreal, but again, not got the greatest of values in the world, and he's a useful squad player of ours. Doué is wanted as well by Hertha Berlin. He's got some good value about him, Doué, to be honest. He's certainly someone I could think about selling. He's got a minimum fee release clause as well, 36 million. So, yeah, Doué is a possibility in the last couple of weeks. Still a good player, though, and I do like him. But in terms of trying to make the squad better, he is one we definitely can sacrifice. He's below a Costa in the team, so no reason to think we can't sell him. Alberta as well is wanted by Norwich. That could be an option. If we can find a striker to replace him, of course, which is not easy. And Panic as well, he's wanted by a couple of loans as well, which don't really interest me. One player I am interested in trying to sell though, but the problem is he may have this crazy value of 50 to 62 million. I don't think there's any way in hell we're getting 50 million for Kostad. I don't think that's happening. I do not think that's happening. Maybe, I don't know, might be 30 million, maybe even less, because no one's been interested in him at all. He's not playing well. I don't understand why he's worth so much, to be honest. I would be definitely tempted to sell him for such a fee, to be honest, to try and bring someone else in. I'm scared to transfer list him though and offer him out to clubs, because if no one comes in for him, we've just created a mess here at the club, created an unhappy player for no apparent reason. He finally did improve an attribute as well. He's gone from 9 heading to 10 heading, so now he's started to slowly improve. Is this the start of Costa becoming good? I have no idea, but I don't know what I'm going to do before now the end of the window, but Kostad, I may offer him out to clubs, we shall see. Anyway, let's get to the first game then, away to Borough. And in terms of the team sheet, we've got Vicario in goal, Booth right back, Vafali left back, Alphonse and Van Heck are centre backs, and we've got Asugo, Moreno and Acosta in midfield, Rocha on the right wing, Mertens on the left wing, and Pellegrini up front. So good news, Moreno and Asugo are starting to build up a decent partnership. The yellow line's a little bit misleading there, I think. They're playing quite well together. The reason they've played quite well together and for a long time is because Guevara has been effectively injured for 3 months now. He actually sprained his ankle ligaments, I think. No, his knee ligaments. He sprained his knee ligaments on the 5th of November. He was out for 6 weeks. He came back to training for a couple of days, and he did exactly the same injury. And now he's been out for 4 weeks, and he's got a couple more weeks to go. So effectively, in total, 12 weeks injured, 3 months out for Guevara, which is devastating. Also, how can we guarantee that he's not going to come back and do exactly the same thing again? So, yeah, big problem. His stamina's been affected as well. It's gone down by a couple, I think, actually, his stamina. Yeah, since his injury, you can see here, his stamina's gone from 16 down to 13. So, this injury has really taken its effect on Guevara. Hopefully, stamina will be the only thing that's getting affected. But, obviously, being a midfielder, it's an important trait to have, attribute to have. And it was 16 in the green, now it's 13. So, devastating. I don't know what's going on with his knees, but it does not look good. Pellegrini as well has been amazing recently. As you can see there, 7.8 in his last 5 games. He's got 9 goals this season now as well, Pellegrini. So he's doing really, really well. A lot of players have been much improved in recent times. It's funny when you're playing well, most of the players play well as well, don't they? Booth's been good obviously this season, really good actually. Asugo's been a key player for us. It seems like signing Asugo to replace Ollison was actually a wise decision, because Asugo can play a couple of roles and he's very consistent, which is great. I could argue the case as well. When Guevara's back from injury, is he going to take Asugo or Moreno out of the team? Don't know. Moreno is more likely, but he's playing well. So, yeah, Guevara's going to have to force his way back into the team. It's not like he was playing too well before he got injured as well. So, it's been a long time. And these two are starting to build up a nice partnership, which is great. Acosta, of course, he still continues to impress. 7.22 for the season. Things are going quite well. In terms of injured players, well, Guevara's obviously out for a couple more weeks, 7 days to 2 weeks. And Akuya's got a slight injury as well. He'll be back in a couple of days. So, against Borough at home, we battered them 2-0. Should have been a lot more comfortable than that. Can we do a similar thing away from home? And can we start off the episode with a win? Before we get started with this first game, guys, please remember that if you do like the video, hit that like button for me. If you're still watching at this point, then surely you must like the video. My last Non-Leader Giant video hasn't got a like yet, which is disappointing. So if you can help me out and give a like on this one, it'd be much appreciated. Also, if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out and be much appreciated. So let's get started then, away to Borough. To be honest, I'm expecting 2 wins out of the episode. There's no reason I think we can't. Middlesbrough are bottom of the league. I think they're bottom of the league anyway. At least they were. Not really looking at the bottom of the league these days. We're looking at the top of the league. That's where we like to be. Anyway, a minute into the game here, we've got a highlight already, which is either going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Or a nothing thing. We shall see. Win the ball back for Acosta. Here's Mertens. Much improved in recent times, Mertens. Starting to look like a good player. Not quite a star player like he wants to be, but definitely a good player. It's Aya to Knights. Now he's Doyle. No mistakes here, please. Alphonse, he hasn't been fully convincing this season, but obviously he's still only 20 years of age. Might be 21 now. He's definitely better than Kostad last season for sure, so he's definitely been an improvement, but hopefully he can get better for next season. Here he is though, Alphonse, to Vafali. He's been good this season, Vafali, in multiple positions. Moreno. To Asugo. Now here's Booth. Come on, Booth. He can assist goals. Booth! Get in. Lucas Mertens with a goal. I did say he's been good in recent times. He's starting to find his feet now with the club. He started off terribly, but 2 minutes into this game, we're already 1-0 up in the match, and the Portsmouth fans are going mental there. They've travelled a long way. How far is it from Portsmouth to Middlesbrough? Not sure. Must be at least, 6 or 7 hours, I'd say. So they've travelled a long way, and we made them happy straight away. Well, if we win both the games in the episode, I think we can actually go up to 5th place in the league. It's a little bit misleading, though, because some teams have actually got 3 games in hand over some other teams, so it can be a little bit misleading, but to end the episode in 5th place would be outstanding. We're actually 8th in the league for a long time, for about 10 game weeks in a row, but in this period here, Chelsea have had a iffy period, and we've overtaken them and gone like 6 points clear of them, so hopefully it continues. We're back on the highlight again. We're expecting Borough to put up a bit more resistance than they did away from home to us. Hopefully not in this highlight though. Here's Mertens, the goal scorer. Should have passed the ball there already, Mertens, shouldn't you? Here's Fabian. It's Aaron Ramsey. Oh my word! Why has he got all the space in the world at the end of the box there, at the edge of the box? Why has he got all the space in the world? Braybrook, he got sent off against us when we beat them 2-0. So nice moment for him, I guess. But what's going on here? Why is he all alone? He should be there. What's he not there for? Asugo, I think. Why is Asugo not marking him? I don't know, but that's poor. Really poor. No, Borough aren't bottom of the league anymore. Everton are bottom of the league with just 12 points, Everton. Shocking. Got a free kick chance here. Mertens with it. Van Hecker meets it. Van Hecker is definitely good in the air. He scored 4 goals last season with his head, I think. Already scored 1 or 2 this season, so he's definitely a threat in the air. Well, not too much is happening in the game, to be honest. We're arguably the better team in the match, but not by much. It's a bit of a dull first half, even though there's been 2 goals in the first half. Back on the highlight again here. Can we take a lead into half-time? Here's Pellegrini with the ball to Acosta. Back to Pellegrini. Pellegrini's in here. Pellegrini! Wasted effort. Wasted effort. I don't know why he's taking his left foot there at the near post. Poor from Pellegrini. It's actually quite a poor first half, really, isn't it? You know, Middlesbrough sitting second and bottom in the league. You know, let's get some context here. We're sitting 7th in the league against 19th. Should be doing a bit better than this. But we've still got a half to go here. Let's see what we can do. Well, the second half's been terrible so far. Not a single highlight to talk of. Pellegri's having a poor game today. So I think we'll take him off. I'll give Alberta a go. Let's see what Alberta can do. Probably not much, to be honest. Moreno and Asugo both got yellow cards. I'm going to take Asugo off, bring on Doué, put Moreno as the ball midfielder, and then put Acosta as the box-to-box midfielder. 29 minutes to go. We're starting to kick up the heat a little bit in the second half, but still yet to see a highlight. Right, well, 20 minutes to go. It's still 1-1, unfortunately. Rocha can come off. Let's bring on Gonzalez for him. Right, 15 minutes to go. I put the defensive line higher. Trigger press much more often as well. Let's go for the win here. You know what? I don't know. I'm scared to lose the game. I don't want to lose the game. A draw is always better than a loss. Back on the highlight. First highlight of the second half, actually. 10 minutes to go. Here's Ramon Jr. Oh, I thought I made a mistake there. Oh, no. Here come Barrett. Oh, dear. I was going to say, if that team effort goes in, that is ridiculous. On the face of it, on the whole, Vicario has been a good goalkeeper, a good signing. Very happy I signed him, but he has got the odd mistake in him. Same as Alphonse gave the ball away, but Van Hecker, his partner, gets it back. And suddenly we're on the attack end. Albert is through on goal. He's got to score. What on earth is that? What on earth is that? That is absolutely horrendous from Alberta. That is why you're not in the first team, pal. How on earth is it not 2-1 right now? We stay on the highlight as well. Here's Fafali with the ball. Will we get another chance? No, we're giving the ball away. Oh my word, Van Hecker with nice interception there. Can't believe Alberta has missed that chance there. He missed a big chance in the last episode as well. We get the ball back though. Here's Acosta. Can Alberta redeem himself? Oh my word, this bloke. Why is he in the team? Why am I not selling him? Why am I not selling him? Absolutely ridiculous. Look at that. Oh my word. How have we not won this game later on there? He was through one-on-one in the space of the same highlight. Look at that. 22 shots, 7 on target, and a 2 XG. How have we not won the game? How have we not won the game? In the 2 matches we played against Borough, we had 56 shots against them. We scored 3 goals. Yeah, it's not good enough, is it? Well, Alberta, he's starting to do my head in. Every time I see him now, he does my head in more and more and more. Do I sell it? The problem is I can't just go out and sell him through anger or spite or anything like that because I need a replacement for him. And he does look quite good. And he's definitely got some sort of potential still. So I can't just sell him and replace him with no one, to be honest. We need to keep him at the club. So, well, that's disappointing. 1-1 draw, drop points there. Well, of course, after drawing that game, we remained 7th in the league. Wolves lost at home to West Ham as well, so won this game, we would be sitting in 6th place right now, just behind Newcastle on goal difference. So that's disappointing, but I guess you could say it's also nice the fact that Wolves dropped points and Chelsea dropped points as well, so we actually gained points on both those teams. But away to Borough, 22 shots, 7 on target. We've got to be winning that game, haven't we? Got to be winning that game. Hopefully we can make it up for it a little bit in the next game at home to Norwich. They beat us earlier in the season 1-0 when they should have done. So let's hope we can get revenge against them. Okay, here we go. It's time for Norwich at home. They beat us 1-0 earlier on in the season, as I said. They're sitting 12th in the league. We are sitting 7th in the league. I'm expecting a win here. Disappointing to draw away to Borough like that after we dominated the game, of course. And if we beat Norwich at home, we will guarantee go up to 6th place and leapfrog Wolves. But we'll have played 2 more games than them. But saying that, we've got a game in hand over Tottenham and Southampton. And we're sitting 5 points clear of them and 6 points clear of them as well. So win this game, we'll be a long distance clear of the teams chasing us as well, which would be very nice. But anyway, since the last game there, I really took the transfer window more seriously because now I'm thinking that 21 players, we've been lucky to stay fairly crisis injury free throughout the season, to be honest. The worst period we had was at the start of the season, to be honest. So I'm really starting to think about building the squad up now, and I have done it. I have offered out Kostad to clubs. I offered him out for 40 million initially, and Ajax and I can't remember who else came in for a bid, but I didn't like it with all the instalments and all this, so I decided to reject it. Offered him out for 35 million, no one's interested. Offered him out for 30 million, no one's interested. Luckily though, Besiktas came in for an offer of £24 million up front, rising to 29.5 million as well. I wanted to put in a clause in the contract, percentage of profit, 30%, because if he does realise his potential, then he could go for a lot of money. But to be honest, I can't see it. I can't see it. Maybe you think it might be stupid of me. He was rated the #1 wonder kid in the world by Next Gen last season, but he hasn't developed at all since being here. In 1.5 years, he hasn't got better at all since being here. So, yeah, I can't see it. I can't see him being a great player for us, to be honest. Just turned 20 years of age as well. He's got a fickle personality, so he's not really interested in doing much, to be honest. And I think I didn't overrate him, because at 18, I thought, you know what, this guy looks good already, and he could be sensational. You know, if he would have developed the way he should have developed, then he might be a key player for us right now. But as I said, he hasn't done anything. It's not like I haven't given the games as well. He's played 38 league games for us in a year and a half, so gave him the game time. I think it's time for us to try and cash in on him. And the good news about selling Kostad is, I was toying with the idea of who to sell. As I said, Paul with Iliev, not worth enough, pointless. Doué and Alberta, though, I was considering them. I put on a £30 million asking price on both those two. But ultimately, I thought, you know, these two players are still, well, Doué especially is a good player for us. Alberta, he might still have some hope in the future, we shall see. But Kostad, even though he's young, 20 years of age, potentially 4.5 stars, I just can't see it. I can't see him becoming a class centre-back for us in the future. He's got too much to do now, and he's ready. He's 2 years older, so yeah. I've transfer listed him, offered him out to clubs. Hopefully he'll go to Besiktas. We'll get £24 million up front. I've already made an offer for his replacement, who is Juan Antonio Jimenez. He's 3 years older than Kostad. He's only going to cost me £8.75 million, though. That is his minimum fee release clause. Although he's not amazing, if you actually compare him with Kostad, he comes out a lot better. As you see here, they're very similar, but the big difference is the physical and speed. That is the real problem with Kostad, and the fact that he keeps getting older and not developing physically is a real problem. So Jimenez could come in at £8.75 million, sell Kostad with £24 million up front. Very happy with that, very happy. Jimenez, he's going to come in purely as a squad player, to be honest. As a centre defender, he's quite good. As a ball-playing defender, he needs a little bit of work, but he can do that position. One thing that does bother me about him, though, is his personality. He is temperamental, which I never like to see. And also, he's only 6 foot, so he's not that tall for a centre-back. But still, as a fourth choice, third choice centre-back, especially just for the end of this season as well, probably next season will be fourth choice, I'm happy with that. Sell Kostad, bring in Jimenez, and also, I can bring in another player as well. I haven't made an offer for him yet, though. I will, after we sell Kostad, if we sell Kostad, and bring Jimenez in, and that is Edson. I had another look at my shortlist, and Edson really does stand out for me. He's valued at 12 to 14.5 million, potentially 4.5 stars. And you look at him, he's pretty good, isn't he? He's pretty good. He's a wonder kid. He's only 19. He's versatile as well, which is great. Got 17 finishing, 16 flair, 17 off the ball, 18 balance. And if you actually compare him with Alberta, who is 4 years older than him, by the way, almost 5 years, because you have to turn 24, Alberta. Is there much difference between the two? Look how close they are. And just half a season or so, one season, Edson could already be better than Alberta in most of his attributes there. So Edson is a player I'm thinking about bringing in, to be honest. He gives us that versatility. He has another body up front as well, which we need. And also, one more thing as well, to add even more players to the squad, I'm thinking about recalling Grana to the first team. He's developing very nicely at Luton. As you can see here, his determination is going down now, which I don't like to see. So I'm thinking about recalling Grana, and also maybe Guardiola as well, to make up the team, get 24, 25 players in it to come into the season. We shall see what happens, but I already made a bid for Jimenez, and Edson could be next. But anyway, let's get to this game. Then at home to Norwich, we lost this game 1-0 earlier on in the season. We should have won that game, so hopefully we can win this one. In terms of the team sheet, we're starting to get lines everywhere, which I like to see, but no green ones. I'd like to see some green lines. That'd be very nice. In terms of the team sheet, well, Vicario, first of all, he's been poor recently. 6.56 in the last 5 games. He's firmly our number 1, though, but I gave him a stern talking to. I need to start seeing better from him. And Aquia is back from injury. He starts today instead of Afali, who is actually been quite poor the last 5 games. So, and Aquia can start today. And I think that's it, to be honest. I think Andaquia is the only player who's come in. So, only missing one player for this game. That's Guevara with a slight injury. Well, I say slight injury. It's been a serious injury, but not too long left, as I meant to say. So, Norwich at home. Can we end off the episode with a win? Well, let's find out. All right, here we go at home to Norwich. If we can sell Kostad and strengthen the team, I'll be very, very happy with that. Because we sell Kostad, take us down to 20 players for the What is happening in this game, by the way? Terrible start to the match. And if we sign those two, I'm talking about Jimenez and Edson, it will take us up to 22 players. And call back Grana and Guardiola. Suddenly we've got 24 playing squad again, so very nice. This first half has been absolutely abysmal, by the way. 30 minutes into the game, at home to Norwich, we've had one shot so far. Let's hope we see something in this highlight. Here's Mertens. Pellegrini, I think he's offside. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm talking absolute nonsense. Look at that in front of the new stand as well. It's nice to see that new stand looking actually quite nice. I haven't really paid too much attention to it, to be honest. I'm usually just looking at the pitch, not the stands. But now I look at it, it's nice to see all that construction work. Pellegrini, I thought he was offside, to be honest, but we've been terrible so far. But our first shot on target is a goal, so that is nice. But not very optimistic about this game. Kessler Hayden, former player of mine, of course. Was a good player for us as well, Kessler Hayden. Still playing in the Premier League. Anyway, here come Norwich. So it's been a terrible game so far, but we are winning the game now. How long for, though? Booth wins the ball back. Here's Asuga. Have we woken up in the game? Have we woken up? Have we woken up? Here's Mertens. Oh, my word. We have woken up. We have woken up. 30 minutes, one shot in the game, none on target. In the space of 1 minute, we get scored 2 goals. Work that one out. I can't, but I'm loving it. 2-0 in the game now. It was a horrendous start, but now we have to put our foot on the gas pedal, and here we go. As I said, Mertens is looking really... I don't know how he scored from that angle, to be honest. Poor goalkeeping, but Mertens is looking good now. Goal and assist for him in this game, so far. Well, minutes to go before half-time. It would be disappointing to concede now, to be honest. Here's Tanganga. Do you guys realise that he's a centre-back? Why is a centre-back / left-back / right-back going past the whole team there? No idea. Anyway, we're winning the game, but we can still definitely improve. I want to see a third goal, kill Norwich off in this game. At the moment, we're up to 6th place in the league. Of course, I'm not sure if it's changed. Has it changed? I'm not sure, but obviously, in real life now, 5th and 6th get Europa League, 7th gets Europa Conference League, so it's a big deal between 6th and 7th, you know. And obviously, I can't say like we've guaranteed a top 7 finish, because we definitely have not, but we're getting closer to securing a top 7 finish, which I'd like to see. We're actually starting to form a gap now, which is very lovely. Acosta's had a rare, poor game, to be honest. Let's bring on Doué for him. You know, let's bring on Gonzalez for Rocha as well. I love Gonzalez's versatility. He can play in multiple different roles, which is nice. Right back, right wing. Training to play as a centre midfielder now as well. He can play attacking midfielder quite comfortably. So he's a great player to have, Gonzalez. He's also a great leader at the club. He's currently mentoring 3 youngsters, and they've all got significant changes in their... significant changes to their mentoring, however you want to say it. Anyway, here is Gonzalez, the mentor himself. He shoots at his block, though. Here's Booth back with the ball, though, to Doué. Now here's Pellegrini. Back to Moreno, to Mertens. Oh, my word. Oh, I thought it was going to be a great team goal there. Van Hecken wins the ball back, though. This will be a lovely time to get that third goal with 20 minutes to go. Kill off Norwich. Don't give him any hope in the match. Lovely free-flowing football. And Aquia's down the wing now. He crosses it in. What a lovely worked goal that was. Doué with the header. We're 3-0 up in the game. And Aquia with a perfect cross there. He's a great crosser of the ball, and Aquia. Really is good. The only reason he's not on attack is I don't want to have both my fullbacks on attack. I want to keep a little bit of balance to the team. But he might be on attack in the future. We shall see. He's very good going forward. What a great team performance is this, by the way. Look at all these green ratings here. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Started off terribly for us as well. You know, Alberta, let's give you a go. Let's see if you can do something here. Can you do something, Alberto? He gets in the positions. He's just not finishing, is he? Who else can I bring on here? Well, Kieran Paul doesn't get enough game time. Let's bring him on. Let's bring him on for Moreno. You know what? Let's make all 5 substitutions here. Let's make all 5. Who else am I going to bring on? You know what? Mertens on the yellow card. Let's bring on Iliev as well. All the substitutions made. 18 minutes to go. We are cruising right now. If they score a goal, though, we're very disappointed. But after that first 30 minutes or so, we've absolutely battered Norwich in this game, as you can see by the match momentum here. Took us a while to get going, but when we got going, we got going. 5 minutes to go here. Don't think there's any danger of us dropping points now. Surely not. A 4th goal really does end the match. Here's Gonzalez with the ball. Doing well, Gonzalez. He crosses it in, but it's too close to the keeper and he gathers it easily. Erbig. He kicks it out. Booth is there uncontested. Now here we got to build an attack again. Here's Doué. Doué's a good player for us. I really like Doué. Here's Booth to Gonzalez. Alberta! Oh my word, he scores. He does score only his 4th goal of the season. which of course is a terrible return. He's had his injury problems again, to be fair. I'm not going to try and make excuses for him, but he hasn't had a full crack at it yet. You know, he's had injury-plagued seasons last season. Not too injury-plagued, but a little bit this season as well. So who knows how good he can become for us. But already, a bit like Kostad, I'm starting to give up a little bit on Alberta, to be honest. Will I give him a third chance as my number one striker? Probably not. Probably not, to be honest. Anyway, 4-0, couple minutes to go. Can we make it 5-0 here? Iliev. Got me. Oh my word, look at those dancing feet by Iliev. It's 5-0. We've embarrassed them. Get in. Get in. Lovely for the goal difference as well, isn't it? Who knows what could happen at the end of the season. This is lovely for the goal difference. And what? How has this happened? The first 30 minutes of the game, we had one shot and none on target. It was absolutely... Look at Iliev just dancing over him, like skipping over him like a ballerina there. Amazing. 5-0 in the game. What a win. What a win in the end. Absolutely unbelievable. What a team performance that is. Absolutely brilliant. And even Alberta scored a goal. Happy days. Wow, look at that. We are seriously starting to look like a top 17 now, aren't we? Just beat Norwich 5-0, who are not one of the weaker teams in the league, by the way. They're a mid-table club, Norwich, so they're not that bad. As you can see, they're sitting 14 points clear of the relegation zone. Look at us, though. 6th in the league now with a plus 14 goal difference as well. Well, you know what? I don't want to say anything too stupid, but we're only 3 points behind Man United in 4th place and played the same amount of games as them. Newcastle are in between us. We're only 3 points behind them as well, but they have 2 games in hand. So it could be a big more distance behind the top 4 than Man United, to be honest. But let's not worry about the top 4. You know, that's a bonus. That's a big bonus if something miraculous happens. But in terms of the top 7, well, we are definitely on for a top 7 finish now. We're 8 points clear of Tottenham in 8th place. 8 points clear. Wow, we are doing really well here. Really, really well. And what a win. 5-0. Well, the episode didn't start off great for us, of course. Dropping points away to Borough there, 1-1. And also, I thought it was going to be terrible. The way we started the Norwich game was pathetic, but those 2 goals in the space of a minute really did set us on our way there. The 5-0 demolition of Norwich there. Very, very, very nice win. I think that's our biggest win of the season. It's got to be. Yeah, it is. It's our biggest win of the season. We scored 5 against Villa. But of course, we conceded 3 goals as well. So a 5-0 win at home to Norwich is a great win. In terms of the next episode, guys, I'm going to bring you back quite quickly. That is because I'm going to bring you back for the local rivalry, the fierce rival Southampton game at home to them, who are actually, believe it or not, a rival of ours in terms of the top 7 race as well. They're sitting 9th in the league currently. Although we've got quite a big points gap over them, like 10 points or so. You know, this game can be very important because it's a 6-pointer, isn't it, at the end of the day? And also, it's our fierce rivals. We want to beat them. At home to them and also away to West Brom. So make sure you join for the next episode, guys. At home to Southampton and away to West Brom. We've got to place Arsenal away in the next game. We've got Wolves away in the FA Cup 4th round. I didn't even know we had Wolves away in the FA Cup 4th round. Wow, must have missed that bit. Yeah, very annoyed about that, actually, because that's a very tricky game. Home to Everton as well, away to Brighton, home to Sheffield United, but definitely got some winnable games coming up as well. Arsenal away, probably lose that one, but the next 3 league games, we could win all 3 of them. So hopefully we go into the next episode still in 6th place, at least in the top 7. But make sure you join for that one, guys, as I said. Home to Southampton and away to West Brom. And please remember that if you do like this video, to hit that like button for me. As I said, it's very important for the video's success. And also, if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out and it's much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.